As I build my coaching business, I want to know how to effectively serve clients and make more money doing it. This podcast will pull back the curtain to reveal exactly how successful coaches are building their empires. Join me as I engage with top coaches from all over the world to discover their secrets. No theatrics and no theory, just real life strategy. My name is William Winterton, and this is Coaching Success Radio. Hey everybody, welcome to Coaching Success Radio. Oh my gosh, I am so excited today. I am going to be bringing you a phenomenal interview, and my guest today is a best-selling author. Wait till you hear all the stuff that she's up to. She is a speaker and a host of Dela's Voice talk show. She is a host of the Magnetic Entrepreneur talk show and the co-host of The Butterfly Effect. She's also an entrepreneur, a creative floral design professional, and the co-owner of Flowers and Things, Flower and Gift Shop. She's a wellness coach with WW Canada, which is formerly known as Weight Watchers, and she's a cardio kickboxing instructor. She's also an advocate for mental health, a proud volunteer, facilitator, and presenter with the Canadian Mental Health Association. She's been married to her husband for 24 years, has a beautiful 18-year-old, and this woman is just incredible. So much to talk about, and I feel like I don't do enough in my business because of her, but I'm super excited to bring in Dela Patuhi. Dela, how are you?
Oh my gosh, William, thank you so much for that wonderful introduction. Woo! I'm like, who's that woman?
Man, she does a lot of stuff.
Right? So it's wonderful. Thank you so much. I'm so excited to be here today. Thank you for the opportunity.
Oh my gosh, I did. And I'm just a little bit of pre-conversation we had before. I'm already expecting just lots of energy, and it's fascinating to me that you have so many things going at once, and it sounds like this isn't burning you out. It's like this is what kind of feeds you. It sounds like this is what you're kind of living for.
Well, you know, I mean, isn't it interesting that when you do all the stuff that you love to do, it doesn't feel like you're working. It feels like you're having fun, right? So who gets tired of having fun ever? So I agree. When you live your passions in life, it's fun.
It's awesome. So tell me now, let's start, there's 50 things we could talk about, but let's dive in a little bit to what got you into, you're a wellness coach. Can you kind of break that down? What do you mean by that?
Sure. So I started working for formerly Weight Watchers. Now it's called WW 5 years ago. And my journey with them started because I had been a member of Weight Watchers for a very long time. And I really loved their program, and I loved their approach to healthy living and wellness. So I was able to start working there as a wellness coach, which started me on this fabulous journey that I had no idea I was so good at, which was motivating people and public speaking and engaging them and getting them to commit to goals and be accountable. So it was just a wonderful opportunity for me to really discover things about myself that I didn't know existed. So what that looks like is, it's a community of people who are trying to achieve wellness and their healthy habits. And we get together once a week and we talk about our past week, and we make new goals. We learn a new topic, and it's a community. I love that program.
That's phenomenal.
So if you know anything about WW, I mean, my idol, Oprah Winfrey, owns 10% of it. So I feel like I'm that much closer to her.
That's right. And every little bit, right? So this is kind of a piece of it, because I've also talked about you, the magnetic entrepreneur, the butterfly effect. Clearly, just these discussions about entrepreneurship for one thing, but this attractiveness and helping and kind of giving this energy back and forth with you and clients. And talk a little bit about your talk shows. I mean, like, I read through this, like you do so much publishing. Let's dive into that a little bit.
So in order for me to get there, I have to go back a little bit. Is that all right?
Let's do it. Let's go back.
I was born in Iran, and I was born and raised in Iran, and I was 14 when I left. My mom having lived in an alcoholic home, my dad was the alcoholic. She wanted to give myself and my brother a better life. So she picked up 2 suitcases and her 2 kids, and she left Iran, never to go back. I know. So she would have been 40 years old. And I think today, William, at 40, to have that kind of guts, I mean, this is a woman clearly with a lot of courage, right? Because she had no one. She didn't have any money. She just knew that she wanted to give her kids a better life. So she took us to France. And we lived there for about 2.5 years. And then she decided, no, this isn't really the place she wants to raise her kids. So she picked up again, and she smuggled us into Canada to give us that opportunity that she wanted us to have. So that's going back now 30 years ago. I'm like aging myself here.
That's all right. It's all right. We'll just say 30 and we're good. We won't,
yeah, I was really little.
Yeah.
Anyway, so when we moved to Canada, there was a lot of challenges, just like any immigrant family. We tried to settle in. We tried to make a new life, new culture, new language, because we didn't know English, and new friends, new family. Like, there was a lot of challenges, and I'm sure anyone who comes from an immigrant family can relate to that. Later, we found out that my brother was diagnosed with schizophrenia, and that was a really big hurdle in our lives, because now that was a new challenge, and we had no clue. We were absolutely clueless to what schizophrenia meant, what mental illnesses were all about. We really just thought he was misbehaving, like he was mean, or he was a bad teenager, or he had bad friends, not knowing that this was deeper than that. So years went by and we still were clueless until 3 years ago. Well, now 4 years ago almost. When my brother had been gone from our lives for a long time, and now we get a phone call and he's at the hospital with a broken shoulder, and he wanted us to go visit him. So as soon as I saw him, I knew that he was homeless. So we brought him home, and now he's staying with my mom. And again, we have to deal with this situation that we have absolutely no tools to cope with. So he's going through psychosis. He's like banging on doors and tables, and he's talking out loud, and he's locking himself in the bathroom for hours on end, and he's not sleeping at night, and he's paranoid, and he calls me at 4:00 in the morning to tell me that my mom's trying to poison him. And so you can imagine the anxiety level is building up, and I have no tools to deal with it. At some point, William, I had a panic attack, and I thought I was going to collapse. Depression was taking over. These thoughts of catastrophe. I was fearful for my life, for my family, for my mom. I was worried about my brother, what's going to happen to him. And so I finally decided that I was going to become an advocate for my brother. That was the first time in my life that I said, okay, I'm going to find out what the heck this is all about. No longer am I going to believe that this is just bad behavior. This is like, clearly there's something here. So I started educating myself because I wanted to help my brother, not knowing that this path was opening up to me, that I was going to discover myself for the first time in my life. I was like going through this transformation of self-growth, finding out things about me that I had no clue. Things like self-compassion, things like boundaries, self-love, and forgiveness, and, self-care. Did you know there's such a thing as caregiver stress?
I imagine. Yeah.
Caregivers burnout, that's actually a thing.
I absolutely believe that. Yeah.
Right. And so when someone is taking care of someone they love, and it's, whether it's some sort of disability, or if it's a mental health problem or anything like that, the caregiver often forgets about themselves and they put themselves last, and eventually they burn out and they have nothing to give. And that was me. So to find out that there's hope, that there's people out there who are going through the same thing, but they have learned the tools and the knowledge, and now they're allowing themselves to live even with the mental health weighing so much on their lives. So that was the beginning of my really the growth journey for me. And so from there I started attending workshops, taking seminars, listening to podcasts, listening to YouTube, you name it. I was like a sponge. I was ready, like I just wanted to change my life, because I realized that in order for me to change my life, I needed to start inside. That I was no longer going to hold everyone accountable for what was wrong in my life. I wasn't going to point a finger at my alcoholic dad, or the fact that, I moved countries when I was 13, or I wasn't going to point the finger at my brother because he was sick. It was always me. So I slowly found my voice. I gained confidence, and now I knew that I wanted to do something with my life. Okay, all that happened. Yes. Now what? Am I going to make that my entire story, or am I going to make that a part of my story?
Right.
So I decided that I was going to make an impact. So Dela's Voice started out as little vlogs, very, very amateur vlogs. I just said what was on my mind. I was taking people on my journey. This is my flaw. I realized that I've been too self-critical. And so I talked about it for 5 minutes, and this is what I'm going to try and do. These are the tools I'm going to use. So eventually, the idea of bringing other people to the show, trying to brokerage their knowledge, because I realized that I can't impact the world in the way I want to all by myself. So I need other people's superpowers. So that's what I did. I started talking to people and asking them, what is your superpower? How are you impacting the world? And everyone has a story, William, and you do this. I mean, this is amazing, right? You talk to people, and everyone has an empowering story. They've learned something, and they can touch the world in a positive way. If we can all talk about those, this would be such a better place, because we can now learn from each other. So there you go, my friend. That's how that started.
It makes it so clear, the purpose behind it, and it gives a very firm, solid foundation to what you're doing. And I think what you shared is beautiful, amazing story, incredible, the journey from Iran all the way, the mother, everything about that layers in, and it defines you, right? It creates your voice, as you're saying. I love the name of your show. It's your voice, your story. And it's so good that you said that, because I know so many people watching and listening got into coaching because something in their life moved them, and they had to make a change. They had to make a change for themselves or make a change for somebody else. And the steps that you take then, it's beautiful. You're fumbling around, you're going for 5 minutes. First shows aren't any good because you don't know what you're doing, and you just start learning. You don't worry about you just keep building. And I just want people to get to realize there's so many things that Dela, I mean, you're doing all these things now, all these different shows and programs, and you're having a major influence on people. A lot because it's just who you are, but it's mostly because you didn't stop. You decided to just, I have something to say, I have something to give. I'm going to keep sharing. I'm going to keep moving. I have a message inside of me. And I think that's just beautiful. I love that you did that. And what a phenomenal, phenomenal story.
Thank you so much, William. You know, you said that, and Lori always has. Lori is my coach. She always says, you got to be consistently persistent, and there's so much power in that, right? Because you know, we all have goals. We all want to accomplish something, but there's a lot of roadblocks. And I mean, whether those roadblocks are self-limiting beliefs or it's things that people say, oh, you can't do that. Oh, you're doing this. You're doing something new again. You know, as an entrepreneur, we're always trying to do new things. Like our minds are like always thinking. But if you believe in something, you just keep doing it. And it doesn't matter what people think. That's none of your business. I think what matters is that you believe in yourself. My husband, he's very supportive. So one day I asked him, this is going back a few months ago, I said, I want you to believe in me. And he said, it doesn't matter whether I believe in you. What matters is if you believe in yourself. And I thought that was so powerful.
Awesome.
So yeah, believing in yourself, right? So yeah, thank you.
It means you married the right guy too. I'll tell you what, that's awesome.
Well, we kind of grew up together, to be honest.
Okay.
Right? Yeah, we did. Like we were really young, both of us.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, married 24 years and you said 30. So I mean, it's been, you've known each other for, but
You're
here's
the man, William.
I try. I've been married too for a while, and my wife is still 30, and I've been married 18 years. It's just, you do the math, eventually people go, wait a minute. But no, it's a beautiful thing and great. So let's talk now. That's Dela's voice, but then when you're talking about like these other programs and you're co-hosting, what are you doing? How is that playing into your business? How are you using this publishing to help yourself grow and as a business to grow?
So obviously, I feel very, very, very strongly about making other people believe that they can too also change their lives. And to me, having a coach is a brand new idea. I mean, my first coach was 4 years ago. I mean, an official coach. And I truly believe that was the best investment I made in my life. I mean, coaches are fantastic. They make you see things you don't see. They make you do things you don't want to do so that you can live your best life. So that is exactly what I want to do for people. So I'm growing as I'm talking to other people, as I'm learning from other people. But so I'm working on programs that I can eventually put out there for people to really implement. These are tools and tools for people's everyday challenges, right? The same tools I used, I want to put them out there for other people to use. I have actually a AAA formula, AAA success formula. Do you want to hear that?
I would love to. I think my audience would love to hear it as well.
Okay, so I really truly believe that for anyone, in order to recover from any oblivion, and I'm talking about whether you have trouble in your physical health or mental health or relationships or career or financial situation or personal growth, anything like that. If you feel like, if you really think about it, to get out of that and to get you to success, you need 3 steps. And the first step is, first A, is admit. So you need to admit that there's a problem. So that takes care of denial. I've heard that so many times. Denial is not a river in Egypt.
Yeah.
Right? So you need to get over that. You need to admit to yourself, I'm in trouble. There's something not right in here right now. So I need to admit that. The second step is ask for help. And that's the hardest part. It was so excruciating for me to ask for help because first of all, you're like, oh my God, what are people going to think of me? What if they think, what if they know I'm not perfect, right? What if,
right, exactly. That's hard. Right?
Yes, right? So ask for help, hire a coach. Man, I mean, most coaches offer their first consultation for free, right? For you to be able to know if you resonate, if you can align or whatnot. But hire a coach. A coach's job is to help you, or ask for help. So don't ask your broke friend how to make money. Okay, ask the right people, right? Or if you want to quit smoking, don't ask a drug addict how to stop smoking. The third A is act, because without action, nothing happens, and you're the one who has to take those actions. So that's my triple A success formula. I offer a free PDF that people can download, and there's actually an assessment, not an assessment, kind of an assessment. They can go through. There's tools there, and I think it's beneficial to anyone within any area of life. So I'm really proud of that myself, because I've used it in my life, and it works.
Well, you've seen the results, and we've even just hearing your story and just knowing what you've been through, know that you apply these things and it works through. And I agree 100%. When you need to get a coach, you need somebody to help you. It's scary to ask, and it's scary to even be vulnerable. Like you're even saying, just, admit, like, don't deny that this stuff's happening to me. So, yeah, fantastic. Before we go, I want to know, because you're obviously headed somewhere. Where are you going in 3 to 5 years? Like, where do you see your business or your life or this momentum that you've got going? Where do you want to go? Where's Dela's next stop that you're going to go to here?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I have 5 top passions. Okay, I've got many passions, but I've kind of pinpointed 5 top passions. Do you want to hear them?
I do, yeah.
Okay. My number 1 passion in life is to have fun. Like, have fun no matter what. If it's not fun, don't do it. It's not worth it. Number 2, impact the world in a positive way. Through anything you do, impact the world in a positive way. So whether I'm making a flower arrangement, the end result is to bring someone a smile. Whether I'm teaching kickboxing, is to make someone's life better. Whether I'm working at WW, it's to help people. And through the podcasts and the talk show, I'm impacting the world. Number 3 passion is I want to be the talk show host of a world-renowned talk show, AKA Dela's Voice.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you've already got Oprah right there in your pocket, right? I mean, she's
right?
Basically a phone call away, right?
Phone call away.
That's right. No, and that's not a crazy idea, especially right now. Holy cow, there's so much room for people to, I mean, you've got a platform, you've got several platforms you're already using. You've got a story, you've got great character, personality, you're very, it's a road that you can absolutely hit. And I know you're already getting coaching, and you've talked about too. I've had her on the show, Lori McNeil has been on here, and great coach as far as getting publicity and really getting some traction. So yeah, it's a phenomenal path. And I mean, why not shoot for it? Because you've gone this far, you've gone so far anyway. Like I said, I just feel like just in this short engagement, there's so much momentum behind what you're doing. It's very exciting. So,
oh my gosh, thank you so much, William. It's awesome to hear that from you. I must admit, thank you so much. But I didn't give you my last 2 passions.
Holy crap! You're so
I know.
good.
Okay, so number 4, number 4 passion: learn something new every day.
Yes.
Right? Yes.
Yeah.
You can't be stagnant. Number 5, be in control of my time.
Yes.
That's freedom.
Yeah.
Right. But so, yeah. So in answer to your question, as long as I'm living those 5 passions, honestly, it doesn't matter where I am in 5 years. I'm I'm having a time of my life. Look at me. I'm talking to you. I mean, honestly, I would not have imagined that someone would be interested in interviewing me on the radio. Like, this is crazy. Like, crazy.
So
I
fun.
was born in the Middle East and
Yeah.
I'm being interviewed by an American. Like, this is crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, here, you got to give me a promise, though, right here, right now, what people are listening is that when you have your talk show and you're nationally syndicated and you got people like Oprah calling you on your show, remember, you started out here on Coaching Success Radio and you had an interview with that weird guy named William, and you gotta put me in your back pocket and bring me on, and at least just have a conversation with you. I can sit on the couch,
Oh my God.
have a cup of coffee and talk on your show.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you for that dream.
Absolutely. Dela, it's been absolutely a pleasure. I am thrilled that we got to have this conversation. And please, let's stay connected. And I'd love to follow up with you in a year or two and just kind of see where things are and where things have moved, and stay connected with you. Okay?
Thank you so much, William. This has been so much fun. I really, really appreciate you.